Breaking news out of Ottawa this hour is the government has announced it will not proceed with a controversial bill.
CTV's Mercedes Stevenson is standing by in the Capitol for us with the latest on this. So, Mercedes, what bill is the government deciding to drop here?
It's Bill C-30, Todd, the so-called internet snooping bill. You may remember there was a tremendous uproar here in Ottawa when the government put this bill forward. A lot of people were very concerned about their privacy, and the acrimony was made worse when Vic Toews stood up and said, well, you're either with us or you're with the child pornographers.
Yes, right.
That led to Anonymous getting involved, all of these hackers, and, you know, just really average, everyday Canadians who were also quite concerned about their privacy and what sort of abilities this would give the federal government or police departments to snoop into their activities in email.
Okay, so why exactly are they abandoning this then?
Well, they didn't say, Amanda, because, you know, people were so opposed, but they said they listened to the concerns of Canadians, so they've made the decision not to proceed with this bill. It's pretty significant because they were pushing it hard in spite of all of the opposition. They've taken a step back. It vanished off the agenda, and that led a lot of people to speculating that they might be thinking about getting rid of it, and it was confirmed today by the Justice Minister Rob Nicholson.
Okay, they also announced some key accountability checks that are going on around wiretapping in light of a Supreme Court decision. Bring us up to speed on that.
So, Todd, part of that internet snooping bill did have to do with wiretapping, and there was a Supreme Court decision that came out and said that the current provisions in the criminal code did not meet the constitutional requirements for people to have their individual rights protected, because while in situations of what they call imminent harm, like a kidnapping, for example, police can wiretap very quickly. If they do that without going through the usual judicial checks and balances, they have to notify people after the fact that in fact their communications have been intercepted. So the government today says they're going to make 3 changes in order to be compliant with what the Supreme Court requires. Number 1, they're going to give notification to people who have had their communications intercepted within 90 days of that happening to say, hey, we listened in, this is why. Number 2, there's going to be an annual report to help have accountability and keep track of who's being wiretapped. And number 3, they've limited the number of people who are able to do this kind of wiretapping to only police officers. Before, they had a broader category of people who were able to wiretap, and that was concerning to the Supreme Court of Canada.
CTV's Mercedes Stevenson with the latest on Bill C-30 not going forward. Thanks, Mercedes.